the Roman Empire?
All the time.
Ever think about the Roman Empire?
All the time.
Why? What are you thinking about it?
Well, because we're in those times right now. Everybody's preoccupied with sports, movies, work, you know.
What was it you said about bread?
Well, all right. The common people, Roman Empire said that everybody was equal. Everybody had a chance.
Uh-huh.
But it wasn't. The rich got richer and the poor got poorer. And they worried constantly about people rioting.
Uh-huh.
Because they knew that the common man, the common people, could take over at any time. So they would bring them into the Colosseums, and they would give them free grain, they would give them bread, they would give them wine, whatever they needed to fill their bellies and block their minds from what they were angry about. They would watch plays, they would watch fights with the gladiators, sometimes for months on end.
Huh.
And that's where we're at right now. And I think about it all the time. Because so many people are preoccupied with their favorite football team, their favorite actor, actress, singer, and they just don't even think about what's being taken away from them. As long as their bellies are full and they're happy with what's going on, they just let it continue.
Wow.
So.
Interesting. James, do you ever...
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Waharakah Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders, a great millstone, the men that taught me this truth through the Spirit. Peace and blessings to the elect of the house of Israel that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. The name of this lesson is going to be Even Joe Sixpack. No, America is Rome. Even Joe Sixpack. Know that America is Rome. And you heard the examples the man gave, and the parallels are, unquestionable. All right. Why? Because the same people that ruled the Roman Empire is the same people that rule America today. It's the same spirits coming back again. All right. And that's why they're using the same tactics, same devices, same strategies that the Roman Empire did to keep their people from revolting and rioting and keep them asleep. All right. So let's get into the scriptures. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, which is America. All right. And he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Now the two horns represent the two political parties, which is the Democrats and the Republicans. He had two horns like a lamb, all right? And he spake as a dragon. That dragon is the Roman Empire, all right? Because he had two horns like a lamb, which represents the two political parties, and they speak all peaceable, and they speak as they're for the people, right? But he spake as the dragons because the laws are draconian laws, right? It's the same laws that the Roman Empire upheld. It's the same customs, it's the same punishments, same traditions that the Roman Empire upheld, right? So it says, he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and he causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. So they had the power to make the world to worship the first beast, which is the Roman Empire, right? And the deadly wound that's healed is the Roman Empire coming back through America, all right? Coming back through EU, NATO, and America. And it says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven, even in the sight of men. And he deceiveth them that dwelleth on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by the sword and did live. Right? And he had power to give life to the image of the beast. And that's what America did, right? They bring back the whole system, the likeness of Rome in today's times. That's why that man gave the examples that he gave, right? By keeping the people to sleep, by keeping up with these celebrities. These celebrities ain't putting food on your table. They not building relationships with your kids and your loved ones and your family. But you are occupied in celebrities' lifestyles. You are caught up in the trends of what's going on with celebrities. Same thing the Roman Empire did, right? They're keeping you, they flooded you with entertainment to keep you asleep so you don't rebel and riot. Real quick, let me look that up. Bread and circuses is a metonymic phrase referring to superficial appeasement. It is attributed to the Juvenal, a Roman poet active in the late 1st and early 2nd century, and is used commonly in culture, particularly political contexts. In a political context, the phrase means to generate public approval, not by excellence in public service or public policy, but by diversion, distraction, or by satisfying the most intimate or base requirements of a populace by offering palliative, for example, food, bread, or entertainment circuses. Juvenal originally used the decree the selfishness of common people and their neglect of wider concerns. The phrase implies the population erosion of ignorance of civic duty as priority. And that's exactly what America does, man. Let me see something. I could just type in news. Yep, Trump on the 10. Let me type in. Taylor Swift and China use, yep. Like none of this shit matters, right? Well, that kind of matters. What killed the biggest celebrity last days? See, none of this shit matters. Why do we care about this shit, right? Actor David, who cares? Who cares, right? Fuse Jersey Shore Star. See, all this gossip and Black China Snapchat, who cares, right? But that's what fuels these people. The seeing celebrities go through things, seeing what celebrities eat, this celebrity challenge, this celebrity diet. It's the same thing the Roman Empire did, right? But the Lord put us up on game and basically told us like, yo, don't get caught up into this shit because all that shit is going to get destroyed. Ephesians 5:16, redeeming the times because the days are evil. It says make the most of every opportunity in these evil days, right? Because we got to be on point, right? We got to be on point. Let me start at 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. So it says, so be careful how you live. Don't live like fools, but like those who are wise. And who are wise? The prophets. Who are wise? Our forefathers, the righteous men of old, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Moses, Noah, David, Daniel, Elijah, Ezekiel, the list goes on, Yahushua, Paul, Peter, James, John. We supposed to live like these men. We're not supposed to live like the rest of these fucking world. You ain't supposed to be, I'm doing the Dwayne, the Rock Johnson challenge, and I'm doing the Kendrick Lamar challenge, and I'm doing the the Jay-Z diet, the Beyonce diet, right? The diets are in the Bible. The lifestyles are in the Bible. The mentalities is in the Bible. The challenge to live righteous is the challenge of life alone itself. That's the biggest challenge in the world, to be righteous, right? You want to do a challenge. Challenge to be righteous, man. Challenge to keep the Lord's statutes and commandments. That's a challenge in itself, you know? Challenge to be your brother's keeper. They don't want to make that trending and challenging. They want to make all this folly trending and challenge, the cinnamon challenge, and this challenge, the couples challenge, and all this folly, man. So it says, redeeming the time because the days are evil. So we buying back the time, man, because the days are short. You could tell the days are evil because of all this damn folly. All this bullshit that's going on in the world. That's how you know that the days are evil. And the prophecies are coming to pass. That's how you know the days are evil. So it says, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. Don't act thoughtlessly, but understand what the Lord wants you to do. And the Lord wants us to keep his commandments in the faith of Mashiach Yahushua, right? Pray without cease, watch as well as pray, and be our brother's keepers. That's what the Lord wants us to do. Search the scriptures, for in them you have eternal life. That's what the Lord wants us to do. Lord don't want us to fucking, get caught up into all these celebrities and these actors and actresses, right? Which are implants anyway. Made to manipulate the masses and keep the masses asleep, just like Rome did. So it says, and be not drunk with wine wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. Speaking to yourselves in songs, hymns, spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord. This is what we're supposed to do. This is what we're supposed to be singing. And this is what we're supposed to be glorifying. All right? Last scripture. 1 Thessalonians 5:4. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that the day shall overtake you as a thief. What day is that? The day of the Lord, the second coming, right? We ain't going to be overtaken when these prophecies come to pass, the mark of the beast, the famine, the pestilence, the earthquakes, because the Lord told us what to look out for. So it says, ye are the children of light and the children of day. We are not of the night, nor of the darkness. So though, brothers and sisters, they got certain hobbies, or they got things that they watched and things that they like, whether it's movies, music, making music, TV shows, whatever the case may be, video games, whatever it is, you're not caught up into it. It's just something to pass time with, or so-called let your hair down. But our eyes is on the prize. Our eyes is in the heavens. Our eyes is on the signs of the times. Our eyes is on patiently waiting for the Lord and staying occupied in prophecy, right? So it says, ye are the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. So we're not caught up into whatever the world is caught up into. We don't care about the trends. We don't care about the fashions. We don't care about none of it, right? Whatever the world is into, we in a whole nother lane, which is the straight and narrow lane, which leadeth to salvation and life. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. So be on your guard, not asleep like the others, and stay alert and be clear-headed. And how do you do that? By watching as well as praying. It says, for they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for the helmet of hope of salvation. That's what we're supposed to be equipped with. That's what we're supposed to be dressing up. The scriptures, the robe, the white remitry, the righteous garments, right? Faith, love, patience, long-suffering, fruits of the Spirit, right? While this Roman Empire falls again, Because just like the old Roman Empire fell, this one is going to fall as well. With an even greater wrath and a greater destruction and a greater fall. But pretty much that's it. I pray and hope that y'all was edified. Leave your comments, ask your questions. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Wa'ha, Rakab Kadash. Till next time I say Shalom.